I'm just gonna say this. I am so nervous to make this video, and I don't know why. Hi, I am Carly, the star of the show over here at Carly's Life, and I wanted to talk to you all about starting and growing my YouTube channel and how the experience has been for me these first 2 months. Starting and growing this channel has literally changed my life. Okay, I know y'all probably hear that, oh, starting a YouTube will change your life, blah 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 blah. I mean it. Starting my YouTube channel has literally changed my life. Thank you to my supporters, my close family and friends who were day ones. For the first 30 days, we grew this YouTube channel from 1 subscriber to now 75 subscribers. This is all while maintaining a full-time job and dedicating about 3 to 10 hours every week on YouTube. That's 30 days of being a badass. Let's get into the video. First thing I learned was consistency. Right out of the gate, I learned that consistency is key on YouTube with the YouTube algorithm. If you don't post as often or come up with a schedule right out the gate, your videos will not get as much watch time as you'd like. Being consistent with your topics, your thumbnails, and your posting schedule. You have to come up with some sort of strategy at first to be able to dedicate to YouTube and the time that it will take to be able to grow the audience that you're looking to grow. And also, being consistent helps the algorithm to know what type of videos you like to post, to find those videos, and to push them to the people who will most likely watch those videos. Next thing I learned is how to evolve into my brand. So for me, evolving into my brand was really specific for me because I'm learning as I go. I think that if I just pick up one new skill with every video that I post, that lets me know that I'm evolving. What I mean by one new skill is maybe teaching myself how to do something cool that I've seen in someone else's YouTube video, or maybe switching up the way that I do a thumbnail, and then maybe going back to past thumbnails and adding that change to that thumbnail, because you can also update your thumbnails. Continuing to do research is also another thing. You want to make sure that you're up to date on how the YouTube algorithm has changed, because it does change quite often, and you want to make sure that you are up to date and know exactly how to post according to the algorithm so that your videos can continue to get pushed. And it's always good to stick to your brand or your topic. Picking one generic or large brand and sticking to that is actually very helpful, because there's a lot of subcategories that you can branch off to and, create series off of that, rather than doubling down on a small niche and trying to build off of that, which in turn does not actually work. It makes you struggle to be able to post. So for me, I wanted to make sure that I was really generic and broad with my specific niche. I started off with vlogs, which is where I'm still at, but there's so much that you can do with vlogs, and then educational videos as well, and then also traveling. And there's so many different things that you can choose, but those things are very broad and can be built off of. Another thing you want to do is find ways to give value to your audience. Offer things like products that you use in your videos. Offer, discounts or, specific kind of giveaways and things like that for your audience if you do vlogs. And maybe give some good how-to advice. If you're really good at doing something, like for example, me, I'm pretty good at doing hair and wigs and stuff like that. So I've made a few videos about doing hair and wigs, and I've noticed that those videos get certain kind of traffic, and then my vlogs get a different kind of traffic, So sometimes the people that are watching your value giving videos might stick around because they like your personality, and they may, in turn click on any of your other videos, and then boom, you've got a subscriber. Well, most times. Engage with your subscribers as well. So if someone takes time out of their day to leave you a comment, go ahead and reply back to their comment. It's always good to make sure that, you know, you're replying to comments. I reply to each one of the comments that I see. It doesn't matter how big, it doesn't matter how small. I make sure that I give something special to each person that, you know, comments on my videos. And if you're watching this and you're feeling like you want to leave me a little comment, say something about maybe my hair or my lighting, I don't know, something, I'll reply back to you. Also, if you've been receiving some good value from this video, learning, you know, from me and what I've learned in my first 30 days, go ahead and like this video. And if you're feeling inclined to, go ahead and subscribe. But if you're not going to watch, or if you don't want to, don't feel pressured into. Go ahead and like this video though, if it is bringing some value into your life. Also, this video is the start of a series. So this video is actually going to branch off into more videos like this and, you know, behind the scenes of how I'm growing on YouTube. And I feel like a lot of people can benefit from, you know, going along this journey with me, because maybe if you've been thinking about creating a YouTube channel, you might want to know ahead of time, like, what am I going to need? You know, I might need this. I might need to know this. You could be working on that while I'm learning. But anyway, this is the start of a series. So if you're feeling inclined to subscribe to keep up with that journey, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. So the next thing I had to learn was I had to learn how to talk to the camera. Yeah. If you're watching this right now, it may seem like I'm really good at this. I'm not. I am absolutely shy. In fact, in my personal life, I tend to be more on the introverted side. And so talking aloud and, you know, being all up in people's face, that's not really me. But on YouTube, for some reason, I come alive on this camera. I don't know what it is. I probably got like some kind of Sasha Fierce thing going on. Where I like just come alive on camera. I don't know where this personality comes from. I really don't. But I do like talking to you all. I like filling you in on what I'm learning. And I like documenting my journey. So that's where we're at with this. But if you were to ever like see me outside, you'd be like, is that Carly? I don't know, because she's kind of quiet. But that's just who I am. I'm very quiet. I'll try to get out of that one day. Maybe. I don't know. But yeah, so to get comfortable with talking on the camera, I actually practiced by talking into a camera that was not recording and, you know, getting comfortable with, you know, just doing simple things on camera. So like when I first bought this item, I really wanted to do like kind of a review of the item. So while I was using it, you know, I talked to the camera. I didn't record it, but like, you know, just to get comfortable with the camera, and it actually really worked. I know another person who actually has like this 30-day course that seems to have worked for them to talk to the camera. So they learn different ways of talking to the camera each day. They do something new and it actually works for them. By the 30th day, they were like absolutely comfortable on camera. So maybe try doing that, talking to the camera for 30 days and see how you are. You never know. Also, addressing the audience or the person that you're talking to directly, you might want to think of someone in particular that you feel very comfortable talking to. So like for me, it was my aunt. I think about my aunt when I'm doing these videos. You're like, your aunt? Wouldn't you think your best friend? No, I don't think about best friend, because then that'll be a whole different type of dynamic. The conversation. But I think about my aunt, because with my aunt, I can't be too, you know, relaxed. I'm somewhat, you know, reserved, but still kind of like connecting with you. So I think about my aunt. She's really cool too. She's probably watching this. I love you, Chica. But anyway, I'll be going off, y'all. Sorry. If you watch my vlogs, y'all are already prepared for this. So the next thing that I wanted to talk about is editing. I use a few different apps to do my editing. So for my video editing, I actually use an app called CapCut. They have a free service that you can use with them for like, I think it's a 7-day free trial. And if you like it, you can pay for the subscription, which I believe is about $7.99 a month. Or you can pay for the yearly subscription, which I think is roughly $80. It's cheaper than like Final Cut Pro, which is like $300 one flat payment. So it really just depends on what you can afford. But for me, I work with CapCut. I like it. It makes it really easy. Sometimes I edit on my iPhone. Sometimes I edit on my iPad, whichever works. I use Canva for my thumbnails. And I also use another app called Thumbnail Maker for my thumbnails as well. Those apps seem to be my most trusted and my favorite when it comes to editing for my videos and editing my graphics. Also, editing is the best part of being a YouTuber. For me, I don't know if that's everybody's thing, but for me, the editing is my favorite part. I'd never thought that I was going to be like this creative person, but for some reason, YouTube brings this out of me, and I've become this like super creative person whenever I'm editing. I get to like really dig into my videos and show it to my viewers the way that I want to feel when I watch a video, you know? So I try to give all the feels, all the vibes, take you deep in with me whenever I'm having my deep thoughts, conversations, and stuff like that. So that's usually what I'm thinking when I'm, editing my videos. And I really want to be able to get into, whatever I'm doing with you and make you feel like you're a part of it with me. So that's just me. Now let's get into some things that I've purchased along the way. Let's just say it has not been cheap. Being a YouTuber is an investment, so you have to be prepared for what you're about to get into. There are so many different ways that you can start your YouTube career. You can just go in with your phone. When I first started on YouTube, my first couple of videos were shot on my iPhone and my girlfriend's iPhone. However, you get to a point where you kind of demand more of yourself. Like I said, I started to learn one new thing per video, and I got to the point where I wanted to upgrade my content. I wanted my content to have a certain quality and value to it, so I started saving. I saved up for this camera. I went ahead and purchased a Sony ZV Mark II camera. It's specifically for vloggers, and it's great for recording on the go, things like that. It's actually really great, and I record a lot of my head-on videos from this camera too. But eventually as I grow and scale, I'll go ahead and add additional cameras in here to be able to get some better quality for my head-on videos. But for now, we're using this Sony ZV-1 Mark II. So the camera was one thing I purchased. The next thing that I purchased was an iPad. So like I said before, I like to edit from my iPhone or my iPad. My iPhone started to run into storage issues, and so I have a 128 gig iPhone 13. That one, I completely maxed out the storage. And my iPad I had originally was 64 gigs. I definitely needed to upgrade so that I can have more storage, edit my videos comfortably without a problem. So I went ahead and upgraded the iPad to the 10th generation iPad with 256 gigabytes. That has been perfect for me so far. No complaints. I've been having a great experience editing my videos comfortably, and I'll just save my videos to my newly purchased external hard drive. On that external hard drive is where I house all of the videos that I record. It makes more sense to keep it there. I've also had to purchase SD cards. I've also had to purchase SD converters so that I can plug in from my iPad to my computer. I also have a Mac. But my Mac was something that I purchased, a couple of years ago. But it makes it easier for the SD converter to be plugged into my iPhone or iPad and then plugged into my Mac. So those are just a few things. So camera, iPad, SD cards, SD converters, and lighting equipment. I had to purchase I purchased lighting equipment on Amazon. I can actually link all of these things that I purchased in the description box as well if you guys want to take a look at it. So yeah, I had to purchase lights off of Amazon. I believe it was about $50. I'm not sure. Also, different kind of clothing and products. You don't want to be on camera with the same clothes every time you record. Products that I've purchased, I'm gonna link all of that below, but like cups to make coffee, you know, things for aesthetic purposes. I also purchased a microphone. I don't use the microphone as much as I thought I would, but I have it just in case I need it. I got a good deal on it. I believe it was like $23 for me. It's a Yeti, this microphone. I got it because, like I said, just in case if I ever need to do like a video that requires me to use the mic. I do like to do like ASMR or ASMR. I don't know what those are called, but I like to do those type of videos. And so maybe one day, you know, I'll use it. I'll break it out and we'll see. The next thing is receiving your first ad campaign. Receiving my first ad campaign was like, I struck gold. You couldn't tell me nothing. You hear me? I thought that this was everything. You hear me? Like, I wanted to shout from the mountaintops that a company reached out to me and wanted to work with me. This made me so proud of the work that I had put in, the effort that I had put into this channel. Everything was like coming together full circle. So when the company first reached out to me and wanted me to do an ad campaign for them, I said yes immediately. Yes. And it turned out to be great. One thing that I do know though is that if a lot of companies are reaching out to you, you might want to make sure that you vet the companies and make sure that they are real companies. Do your research, because since that first one has reached out and I have done an ad campaign for them, I have received inquiries from other companies that would like me to work with them too. But some of them, I must say, may not be as legitimate as they should be. It shouldn't be reaching out to me if you don't even have a website, you know? So like those things you want to be on alert for. But receiving my first ad campaign was like the most beautiful thing. And if you would like to check out that video and the behind the scenes video that I did for that, I'm going to link them up here in the corner somewhere so that you all can check them out. But yeah, the video that I did for them, it was a great experience. I'm looking forward to working with that same company again. And like I said, in the meantime, other companies have reached out. So we got something cooking with the other companies as well. So if you're interested in seeing how that comes along, subscribe, stay tuned for follow up on that. One last and final piece of advice that I have for you all is to decide if you are going to make a YouTube channel and you are going to put some work into this YouTube channel. I want you to think about if you have 2 out of the 4 things that I'm about to mention. If you have time, if you have energy, if you have skill, or if you have money. You have to have at least 2 of the 4 things to say that you're going to go ahead and be a YouTuber. Whether you have time and energy, or if you have time and skill, or time and money, whatever the case may be, you have to have at least 2 of those things to be able to make it here in YouTube. You can't just have 1. It's better if you have all 4. But you need to have at least 2 things here to be able to really put your all into YouTube. Those are the things that I have for you all so far. Like I said, this is just the beginning of this series, so we are going to branch off from there. We have a lot more coming for you all. If you want to stay tuned, like I said before, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I thank you all so much for joining me and watching this video. Don't forget to like this video if you received value, and leave me a comment if you would like to say something. Maybe you want to tell me about your journey here on YouTube. Talk to me, y'all. I'm human. I don't bite. I love y'all so much for watching this video. Thank you and have a good night. Bye.